Tonight, we're learning one of the victims in the Brown mass shooting may have ties to Central Alabama. Thanks so much for joining us here or staying up with us after football. I'm Jarvis Robertson. Now, yesterday's shooting killed 2 people and hurt 9 others at Brown University in Providence, Rhode Island. Within the hour, police announced they are releasing a person of interest they took into custody. That means the search for a suspect continues tonight. Officials say students were in the middle of final exams when the attack happened. And the pastor of the Cathedral Church of the Advent says Ella Cook was killed in yesterday's tragedy and was a member of the Birmingham Church. WVTM 13's Aaron Llewellyn joining me live in studio now. Aaron, this news must be devastating for Cook's church family.
Yeah, Jarvis, it is important to note that police have not confirmed any of the identities of the victims just yet. But during Sunday morning service, one of the members of the clergy told the congregation Ella Cook was killed during the shooting. He asked the congregation to give thanks for Cook's deep and beautiful faithfulness. Clergy called Cook's family gracious and faithful. He described the church as tight-knit and encouraged parishioners to come together to pray for the Brown University student and her family. They hope Cook will be remembered for her character and major involvement in the church.
Those of you who knew her, she was an incredible, grounded, faithful, bright light. Not only here, growing up here at the Advent, in the myriad ways in which she served faithfully, in the ways in which she encouraged and lifted up those around her. But at Brown University, she was an incredible light in that particular place as well.
He also offered these words of encouragement.
The ransomed of the Lord shall return and come to Zion with singing. Everlasting joy shall be upon their heads. They shall obtain gladness and joy, and sorrow and sighing shall flee away. Jesus ensures the reality of those words fulfills. Those words of prophecy become words of fulfillment, words of truth.
The clergy asked the members of the congregation to keep Cook's family in their prayers. He's also asking the members of the church to walk alongside them during this difficult time and for the years to come.